Welcome back to day 2 of week 2 in your Build Your Glutes program with Train Me Fit Brampton. We are going to start our warm-up off the same ways we did in our very last class. So starting with our knees coming up, easy pace. As we move through this, I want you to activate that core. Stack those shoulders over your hips, keeping a nice open chest and feeling your glutes starting to wake up as you squeeze to push and drive that knee up towards your chest. Slowly picking up the pace, or gradually picking up that pace. Now we're gonna move on to our next warm-up exercise, which will be 30 seconds long, running on the spot. One foot staying stationary, the other moving in 3 different directions. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Well done. 30 seconds on the other side, starting in 3, 2, 1. Keeping that core braced. Stepping it forward, side, back. You got it. Keep going. Almost there. And break. Next up, moving on to our reverse lunges with a drive to push our knee up. Our standing leg is gonna stabilize by utilizing that glute, so I really want you to feel that burn as we drive and hold here at the top. Big squeeze in that bum. So small dip and drive. Dip, drive. 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Awesome, you're doing great. Keep it up. And time. Let's switch sides here. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Begin, dip, drive. Remembering to breathe. Feeling that blood flow, getting all that good oxygen to your muscles. Big squeeze at the top here. Squeeze and drive. Well done. Next up, we're gonna do our side shuffle squat. Okay, so starting with your feet just about hip width apart, we're going to come into a quarter squat here. Feet together, out, and down to 90. Together, out, together, out, 90. Together, out, together, out, 90. 4, you guessed it, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Together, out, squat. Da, 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 squat. You got this. Keeping a small squat here as we move. You got it. Should be feeling pretty warm at this point. And time. Well done. that is it for the warm-up portion of today's workout. We're gonna move on to our conditioning. Today, we're going to lower our repetitions of conditioners, but our repetitions in our circuit will be a little bit higher, okay? So we're going to start off with our forward lunge alternating. So we're gonna do a total of 8. All right, so let's start with those feet hip width apart, bracing the core, making sure those glutes are turned on, hands on the hips. We're gonna step it forward and then allow that back knee to gently hover above the floor, pulling in towards your midline, squeezing the bum here at the top, especially coming back to neutral, and then we will repeat on the other side. Let's go for 8 together now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, big pull in, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. Beautifully done. Next up, we're going to move on to our low plank, moving our feet in and out from each other, okay? So just a little addition to what we did last week. We're gonna do 8 repetitions of these. In my low plank, super important that those shoulders are set. I'm not sinking down towards the floor, so really active in the shoulder. Think about pushing those forearms into the ground. You can even grip the floor with your hands. I'm gonna start with my feet apart, and here is 1 repetition. I'm gonna go out, out, in, that's 1. We're gonna do 8 of those, making sure those hips aren't sinking as we move through this. Let's start now. Out, out, in, that's 1. Out, out, in, that's 2. Out, out, in, 3. Out, out, in, 4. Out, out, in, 5. Out, out, in, 6. Out, out, in, 7. Out, out, in, 8. Beautifully done. Moving on to our next drill here. We are going to do a fire hydrant, okay? So we did these ones last time. We're gonna do 8 on each side. Remember, the goal here is to keep the hips level. We don't wanna be turning out. You can be up in this high tabletop position. Again, making sure those shoulders are active, and we're gonna lift as far as we can here. Now, not too high, just as far as we're feeling that glute contract and we're not shifting. All right, 8 per side, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's shift sides here and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautifully done. Next up, we're gonna move back to our plank position. Now you can either be down on your forearms or up on the hands. Forearms level 1, up on the hands level 2. If you want to challenge yourself, we're gonna hover here and pulse our leg like so, really firing the glutes to do that. Making sure we're not rounding the back, right? So bracing that core. We're gonna flex our foot at the back there. Small movements, doing 8 pulses. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And That is time for our conditioning drills for today. You did amazing. On to the circuit. Moving on to our circuit for today. So we are doing 2 extra repetitions today, day 2. So we're doing 10 of each exercise. Reminder here, guys, in your squat jump, if it's a little bit harder on the knees to do the jump, then you can just do a regular air squat, okay? Option to put a band around the top of your thighs as well for both the air squat or the squat jump. All right, so I'm just gonna do the version without. Let's talk about a couple of points here. We want, of course, to keep that proud chest, eyes looking forward. I wanna think about absorbing that energy on the way down and then a nice explosive extension on the way up, extending through your hips, knees, and ankles, okay? Thinking equal weight distribution across the foot when you land, super important. And then as always, super important to keep your core braced, squeeze your bum to come up. All right, so we're gonna start off here with 10 squat jumps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. All right, moving on. Banded side steps. You're going to grab a band. I'm gonna go for medium resistance today. And every time we take a 1, 2, 1, 2 in both directions, that counts as 1 repetition. We're gonna do 10 in a row here, maintaining a quarter squat position the entire time. I'm gonna have the band up here around my thighs, okay? I'm thinking about keeping my knees from buckling, coming in together, even as I'm bringing the feet in, thinking about keeping that active engagement and a nice line between the hip, knee, and ankle. Same thing when I step out. Nice line between hip, knee, ankle, keeping that quarter squat. All right, so I'm gonna start at neutral here and stepping out, in, reverse, out, in, There's 1 repetition. Here we go for 10. Out, in, out, in, out. There's 1. 2, out, in, out, 3. Out, in, out, 4. Gotta sing a little song to keep count. And 5, halfway there. Make sure that you're keeping that core on. There's 6, in, out, 7, in, out, 8. Keep that quarter squat, keep everything tight. That was 9, almost there, and there's 10. All right, we're gonna move down here to our single leg glute bridge, okay? So similar to the glute bridges we did week 1, just 1 foot off the floor, going for 10 repetitions. The challenge with this one is keeping your hips level and connected. So reminder to put that band on across your hips, heels starting close to your bum. Start with that leg extended, $100 bill between your butt cheeks to initiate that lift. Here we go. 1, 2, trying to move that hips and torso together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch sides. Heel close to your bum. Ready and go. 1, 2. Keeping those toes on the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. On to the next one. We're gonna do 10 side lunges each side, okay? So, option today to have a weight at the chest. Feeling particularly challenged, do no weight, okay? If I was to pick up a dumbbell, I would have that dumbbell just right at my chest here, okay? And if I were to pick up a kettlebell, I would pick it up here like so, have it touching my body, core staying on nice and tight, shoulders set down the back, okay? So again, that's another way you can progress this one. All right, so we're gonna step out to the left and then to the right. Leading with the hips, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. All right, let's switch it to the other side. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. All right. Back to the beginning, squat jumps for 10. Get yourself set up here. All right, nice proud open chest, eyes looking forward, and absorbing impact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And moving on to your banded side steps. Going for medium resistance, one more time. All right, keep that quarter squat. Make sure those knees don't buckle in, so nice activation and straight line between hip, knee, ankle. Here we go. I'll start from over here, moving this way. Out, in, out, 1. Sorry, this is 1. And there's 2. Out, in, out, in, out, 3. Keep that quarter squat position. 4. 5. You got it. 6. 7. Active pushing out with the tops of your thighs. There's 8. Come on, come on, keep going. There's 9. Last one here. And 10. Nicely done. Let's move on to those glute bridges. All right, so coming down, extending a leg, squeezing your bum to lift the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's switch it up. Other side. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. All right, moving on here to your side lunges, with or without a weight. Again, as I demonstrated in the previous one, if you're holding that weight tight to your chest, shoulders stay locked down your back, long neck, okay? Or no weight, same technical points, all right? But you can keep your hands on your hips. Ready, and go. 1, 2, thinking about leading with your hips. 3, 4, hard push to come back to neutral. 5, thinking equal weight distribution. 6, across your foot. 7, core is on. 8, 9, you got it. 10. Awesome. Other side, go. 1, 2, send those hips back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You did it. All right, on to our last set, squat jumps. Get right into position here. Again, reminder as we start to fatigue here, you want that active spreading the floor apart with your feet so that we don't have a buckle. All right, side glutes are on, okay? And then a hard push to rise, a rapid extension through your hips, knees, and ankles. Absorbing impact on the way down. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Moving on to your banded side steps. Final round here. Looking for that line between hip, knee, ankle, and quarter squat. Out, in, to the other side. There's 1, core is on. There's 2, you got it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and final one, 10. Glute bridge, single leg. Let's get right to it. Round 3. Again, reminder here to keep those hips as level as you possibly can. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switching it up. Other side, begin. 1, hips and torso move together. 2, squeeze to lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And finally, our side lunges, again with or without a weight. If you're starting to feel like you might be breaking down in form, I would stop it here, and then, maybe not do a weight if you had been using weights on the previous two. So your choice, number one priority, form. Tight core, lead with the hips, and go. 1, 2, 3, hard push to come back to standing. 4, keeping that stationary leg straight. 5, you got it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that makes up your circuit for today. Give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. And I'll see you in the cool down. Time to relax. So today I would actually like to start off with our feet. Okay, we've done a lot of jumping in the last couple of weeks. We've done a lot of footwork. So what I'd like to do is just release some tension out of the bottom of your foot. What you'll find is if you release the tension out of the bottom of the foot, that is going to transfer up the line. So less tension in the calves, less tension in the hamstrings and glutes as well. So if you're wearing shoes, take them off. All right, so for this one here, we're gonna start by using our hands, and we're gonna do a little fascial swipe up the inside and outside edge of the foot. All right, so starting at the base of your heel with your thumbs, you're gonna do outside, inside edge, with a gentle pressure. It doesn't have to be too hard, okay? Gentle to medium pressure, all the way up to the ball of your foot. You do not need to come up to your toes. Come up just across the ball and then back down to your heel. And we're just gonna do this for 20 seconds. Awesome. All right. Now, what you're gonna do, starting at the the inside part of your heel, okay, the part of your heel that meets the arch. Yeah, we're gonna start there, and we're gonna come up the center. Now, if you come across a point in your foot anywhere along the center where you feel a ball or a knot, you're actually gonna spend some extra time there, and you're gonna press into that knot. I want you to do 3 to 5 long breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth on that same spot, okay? We're gonna do this for 45 seconds, all right? And if you're not finding any spots, then just keep swiping up the center of your foot, applying gentle to medium pressure. Here we go. And again, reminder, if you find a little knot, stay there. Breathe through it. Coming up, if you're swiping up just to the ball of the foot. You don't need to go past into the middle or the top of the ball. Just come up to the bottom. Beautiful. All right, now next, same foot. We're gonna create some space in between the bones, okay, that connect to our toes. So you'll find these bones in the ball section of the foot, okay? So that's where we put a lot of weight, all right? If you have shoes that are super tight in this area, this can actually, this can squish these bones together and actually deactivate some sensory things that happen in your foot, which lead up to activating muscles higher up in the leg. So I could talk about that for a while, but anyways, we're gonna create some space in this area of your foot. So starting with the bones that would attach to your big toe and the next toe. All right, you're gonna find those bones in the ball part of your foot, and you're gonna wiggle them forward and back, okay? Thinking about creating some space. And we're gonna do this for about 10 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move on to the next two. All right, so second and third toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on to the next two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on to the final two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, there's one foot done. Let's take off the other shoe. If you feel like doing a little test, see if one foot, when you point it, see if that foot you stretched out will go down a little further than the other. This is a really good way to test out the efficacy of that stretch, and it looks like it worked out for me here. So we're gonna do our other foot, and then we'll do that test again afterwards. All right. 20 seconds swiping from the base of the heel all the way up to the toes. All right, across the ball. Here we go. Applying gentle to medium pressure, inside and outside edge of the foot. We've got that timer set, so keep going there. Remembering your breath. Awesome. All right, now starting at the part of your heel that meets your arch, then moving up to just underneath the ball of your foot. We're going to swipe in the center of the arch, okay? 45 seconds on this one, and if you find any knots or balls, you're going to apply pressure. Hold it there for 3 to 5 long breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Begin. Awesome, that's time. Now we're gonna create some space. So ball of the foot, find the bones that attach to your big toe and that second toe, and we're gonna wiggle them forward and back, creating some space. Go ahead. 5 counts left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on to the second and third toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then on to the next two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Final two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Do the test. See if you've got a little more extension. Look at that. Amazing how just loosening up things in your feet can do such wonders in your ankles, calves, hamstrings, glutes. That is our cool down for today. This is a great one actually to do every day on your own, so feel free to reference this video anytime.